Dear students, welcome to online classes. Today we are going to discuss about a lesson coal and petroleum from 8th class physics. Observe the picture. The girl Dikshita is trying to take out the jars in the kitchen. Dikshita is struggling to get down the plastic jar which is at the top of the shelf. Her grandfather came and trying to help her. Grandfather told that be careful, it may fall down and break. Dikshita said, no, I am taking down a plastic jar. It won't break. Then Dikshita realizes that grandfather was thinking of the clay jars that were used in olden days. Nowadays, plastic jars are used and they are unbreakable. What else has changed, she wondered. And let us find out. So, activity 1. Just identify the articles and materials used for various purposes in nowadays and in olden days. Now we can have the table now. We got information from our grandparents and nowadays materials, today materials we know. Let us see some of the examples. Containers for storing pickles. And the articles of the materials used 30 to 40 years ago are clay jars. Nowadays, we are using plastic containers. Hair combs. 30 to 40 years back, we are going to use the wooden hair combs, but nowadays they are made up of plastics. And luggage to carry clothes. The material used 40 years back are metal trunks. And today they are plastic suitcases and plastic bags. So these are the changes happen 50 years back and today. From activity 1, you have a long list of materials. Some of them, like wood, metals, were used 10 years ago, 50 years, and even 100 years ago. Do your grandparents remember using plastic when they were young? No, definitely not. Now, think and write the answers for the following questions. Finally, you find that some materials such as wood and gold that are used today were also used even thousands of years ago also. But others like plastic are of recent origin, means they are recently developed. The progress in science and technology gives us new products every day. The branch of science which deals with materials is called material science. Sources of materials. We know that when we get wood from trees, where do we get iron, copper and etc. metals? Yes, they are getting from their ores. Then which material is used to make plastic or glass? Do you remember reading about petrochemicals in the chapter on synthetic fibers and plastics? So now we have a table where we have material and how they get or how they are obtained. So the material glass. Glass was obtained by melting sand with other materials and then cooling it rapidly. The material clay was obtained by mixing the mineral coalinite with water, and the material wood was obtained from dried up trees. The materials petrochemicals were obtained from petrochemicals, and the metals were obtained from their respective ores. So table 2 gives some answers. After looking at table 2, you find that the materials used earlier were obtained from soil, water, ores, etc. Soil, water, and air were not only sources of materials used earlier but also sources of energy. Now, plastic has replaced many materials used earlier. So, petrochemicals are used for making plastics. Many materials that we use for different purposes today come from various sources present in the nature. Therefore, soil, water, air, petrol, etc. are called natural resources as they are available naturally.